Hello there, this is Welsh ASMR 82. Hey, how are you doing? So, throughout the Champions League, Europa League and Conference League this season, we've been doing some prediction videos, and I encourage you to play along. I'll give you a code and you can join my ranking system as well if you wish. So, this is an ASMR channel, so we're meant to relax you and maybe send you to sleep whilst we're looking at the upcoming games in the Champions League and other European competitions. Let's predict the scores. Okay, so the round of 16 first leg is quite an exciting one. We've got 4 matches, and then week 2 we've got another 4 matches. So let's do both. Paris Saint-Germain against Bayern. Paris Saint-Germain are, so they're saying at home 2-1, 1-2 and 2, or I think both aren't. Both are winning their respective leagues, but they're not. Neither of them are, destroying other teams or anything. Particularly Paris Saint-Germain. So I think Bayern are just an absolute European powerhouse. I'm gonna say maybe 1-1. Okay, next, Milan against Tottenham. Now, if you'd asked me about 2 weeks ago, I'd say Milan would maul Spurs. Spurs are in terrible form. They didn't know up from down. They just didn't have any plan. Milan were progressing up Serie A quite well. Yeah, however, in the last week I've completely changed my mind. Largely because of the complete change in both teams. So Spurs all of a sudden are getting results. Milan are not, and they lost really badly at home the other week, and on the weekend just gone they lost their local derby to Inter. So they're not in great form at the minute. I think Spurs can get something out in Italy. I don't think they'll necessarily win, but I think 1-1 is not a bad shout, actually. Oh, I can add things. First team to score. I think Milan will probably score first. Player of the match, I think, is probably going to be Harry Kane. What's the play to booster mean? Oh, I see. If you're really sure on something, you can get extra points. First team to score, I think Bayern. Player of the match. Well, the thing is, Mbappe picked up a little bit of an injury in the last match. I wonder whether he'll be fit. But that's interesting. Vitinha's gone now, isn't he? Yeah, I'm going to play it safe and say Messi. Okay, Dortmund against Chelsea. Again, since this draw happened, I think both teams have had ups and downs. I think Dortmund are playing much better than Chelsea at the minute, but Chelsea can get a result. Always, they're an unpredictable team. I think 2-1 is a good shout. And then I think Chelsea will win the return leg in London, like 1-0, 2-0, and they'll go through. I don't have massive confidence in Dortmund, but I think that they can do it at home. The stadium is, quite terrifying to go and get a result in as well. First team to score, I think it'll be Dortmund. Player of the match. It's a good one. I don't know players' form. As Bellingham is a pretty good choice though, isn't it? Okay. And then Club Brugge against Benfica. This is tricky because Bruges looked really good in the Champions League group stages, but dropped off towards the end. Benfica are doing really well in their domestic league and in this competition, so I think Benfica for me. People are saying 3-1, 2-0. I think just 1-0. I think Benfica are going to be the dark horses of the competition this year. Depends. I really like João Mario, but will he start? He's not necessarily guaranteed to start, which is crazy when you consider how good he is. Okay, who else could it be though? I quite like Noah Lang. I'm gonna say João Mario. Okay. Right then. So let's do week 2. Frankfurt against Napoli. This is quite an easy one. I've seen lots of Napoli. Frankfurt are a really good team. Napoli are just in insane form. Definitely the first team to score. I don't see Frankfurt scoring against them. Player of the match could be Kvara or Osimhen. I'm going to say Kvara. No, I'm going to say Osimhen. I'm actually going to play my booster on that one, I think. Because I'm so sure about it. Okay, next up, Liverpool against Madrid. Funny thing is, Liverpool are in bad form, but Madrid aren't doing well either. They lost on the weekend away to Mallorca. And there's something ridiculous like 8 points behind Barcelona now in the league. So I think maybe 1-1 is not a bad shout. First team to score. That's a good one. I think Liverpool would be the first to score. But Real Madrid will get like a 10-minute a goal in the last 10 minutes. Player of the match. This is difficult to predict. Probably Vinicius or Benzema. I'm going to say Vinicius. Inter against Porto. Yeah, Inter. I think Inter are second, and Porto are either first or second in Portugal. So this is going to be a really good match against the two teams that, you know, probably themselves think that they can go quite far. I think 1-0, but they need to be careful when they go to Portugal. Player of the match. I watched Dzeko the other week and he was outstanding. I'm not fussed on Lukaku at the moment, and Martinez isn't quite having the season that he would want. Taremi is a very, very excellent striker. Oh, they got Galeno from Benfica. No, Braga. Brozovic. Could be Brozovic. Oh, Barella. It's could be Barella. What a player. And then Leipzig, Man City. Well, before you'd think Man City would win this easily, but with the news that came out today, they might be a bit distracted. I think they'll still probably win, but not by these scorelines. Leipzig are a decent team. I think maybe 2-1. First team to score. I wouldn't be shocked if, like the way that Man City are playing, if Leipzig get the early goal, but then Man City fight back. And let's just play a safe bet and say Haaland. Okay, that is locked in. Okay, let's therefore do the Europa League. Magic. Now, Europa League. Okay, so there's a couple of matches to predict here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, Roma Salzburg. Roma are playing really nice football at the minute. I think Salzburg are decent, but 2-1 for me. and Roma to score first. Ajax against Union Berlin. I think Union Berlin have actually got better form than Ajax. The minute who are like fourth, I think, in the Netherlands, but they are at home. It'll be a tight game. I'm gonna be, I think 1-0. So then Ajax, obviously, the first to score. Shakhtar against Rennes. I'm really enjoying watching Rennes this year. They're 5th in France. They're playing some lovely football. Really nice passing. Shakhtar not playing at home. Lost their best player in Mudryk. I think they'll struggle. They overachieved in the Champions League, to be honest. I think it's just going to be a step too far, the knockouts. I might play my booster on that one, I'm so sure about it. Okay. This one is an absolute... I mean, wow. Because the funny thing is both teams have now started to play excellent football. Man United are looking really good. They're chasing the title. Barcelona streaks ahead at the top of La Liga. So the first leg is in Barcelona. I can see a 2-1 cheeky goal at the end from Rashford. Barcelona will be 2-0 up, I think. And then at Old Trafford, we'll see what happens. It's 50-50. I cannot predict who will eventually win that tie. I'll definitely be watching though. It's really exciting. Okay, Sevilla, PSV. Sevilla have started to improve in La Liga. So they're not in the relegation zone at the moment, but they're a win away from being in the relegation zone. So if the wrong results one weekend go against them, they're back down. PSV are doing okay, but I think they're like 3rd in the Netherlands. So yeah, Sevilla can't score. I think PSV can, so I'm going to say 1-0. Although I wouldn't be shocked if Sevilla did really well. Leverkusen against Monaco. Now Leverkusen are similar to Sevilla. Started really poorly this season, but have really started to improve. They're up to the top half of the table now, so doing better than Sevilla. However, Monaco are flying in France. They're doing absolutely brilliantly, so I think, I disagree with all of these, I think 2-1 to Monaco. Yeah, I can see that happening. Sporting against Midtjylland. I think Sporting, even though they're not doing great, they're still 4th, but they beat the team above them 4-0 the other week, so they're getting better, but Midtjylland are really struggling. They're in the bottom half of Denmark's league, so I think 2-0 is probably the best bet. And lastly, oh gosh, Nantes are struggling. They haven't really managed juggling European football and the league, so they're actually like halfway down. I think they're like in 10th or something. And Juve, obviously, are also 10th, but for different reasons. So, I think Juve are the favourites, but their confidence has been knocked. So I don't think they'll beat them massively. I think that's probably the best bet. Okay, on to the Conference League then. Okay, so last one, Conference League. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 again. Braga against Fiorentina. Braga are doing pretty well. Like I said a second ago, they're 3rd in the league, but they just lost 4-0 to the team chasing them. But they're still 5 points ahead of Sporting. So Fiorentina, I watched them the other week and they were just terrible. I can't understand why, because the individual players they have are fantastic. Like Amrabat, Jovic, yeah, I don't understand why they're playing so poorly. So I think Braga will win 1-0. Bodo Glimt and Lech. I'll be honest, honest, I don't really know anything about either of these teams at the second, so it's difficult for me to say anything. They will be on a season break in Norway. In Poland, probably similarly. I'm just going to be safe and say 0-0. Okay, Trabzonspor and Bal. I think Trabzonspor probably a favourite for this, at home in Turkey as well. I'm not sure, I do apologise, how Bal are doing at the minute, but I think that Trabzonspor are one of the favourites at this point in time for the competition. I mean, not to win it necessarily, but to go quite far. I think the Turkish teams are going to do quite well this year. Karabakh against Gent. Gent, I would normally say would win this, but I'm not sure how well they're doing this season comparatively. I think away 1-1, and then at home they'll probably get through. Ludogorets Anderlecht. This is tricky. Ludogorets are a pretty good team actually, and Anderlecht should be, but they're not hitting the heights of previous years. Okay, so I just checked, and Anderlecht are like 11th in the league, so I think Ludogorets are the favourites here. In fact, I remember watching Anderlecht earlier in the season and they weren't good. 2-0. Okay, and Sheriff against Partizan. This is a bit of an unknown for me, so I'm going to play it safe and just say 1-1, with the home side to score first. Larnaca and Dnipro. Dnipro have been doing really well, so I think maybe a 2-1, and Dnipro to score first. And then Lazio Cluj. Lazio playing really well in Serie A. Don't know much about Cluj. I have watched them and they were okay. People are saying 3-0, 2-0, 3-1. Is that the Stadio Olimpico? It's a scary place for anyone. I think 2-0. And I'd love to see a Romanian side go far in the competition, but Lazio is a side in form at the second. In fact, I can use my booster on that one. I think, oh no, I'll use it on Ludogorets because Anderlecht are in terrible form. Okay, and that's all that I said for today. I'd love to know your thoughts. Do let me know in the comment below if you think I'm crazy. Do you totally agree with me? Are you mega angry with me for sort of just sleeping on your team and I've not given them the credit they deserve? Let me know in the comments below, and if you enjoyed the video then click like, and I'll see you again really soon.